Yeah, just wanted to make a very quick video. I've just been back testing. Feels very clear again, which is great. I just wanted to say that these rules here, these need to be solid rules. And these need to be practiced. So I want to go through them. This is what I want to do in this video, because sometimes I'll get too caught up in one part of the strategy, and I forget the other parts. Whereas the strategy is powerful when all the parts are combined, right? So clear draw and liquidity is exactly what it says on the tin. The same way you find draw and liquidity on every time frame. You just look at what's being respected, what's being disrespected, and you keep dropping through the ranks. And then obviously lining it up with higher time frame, lower time frame. I want to show actually real quick something that when I was back testing this first one, I'm just gonna mute that for now. So I was back testing this first one, and if you notice, my first draw on liquidity is here. Look, this line, and then I realised we could be going up. So when I dropped to a lower time frame, I was like, okay, where are we going? I think we're going there. Anyway, long story short, I took a trade towards that high, which I did get. But then once that high got hit, I had no draw on liquidity. I had not a single clue, because we were so low in this range for me to take another short. I can't expect to just be able to take a short just because that liquidity is gone. So I started playing it out, and then I was just thinking, realistically, for me to even be confident getting in at this point, I would have to wait for a market to shift on a higher time frame, liquidity taken on a higher time frame, lots of things. And I just thought, you know what, there's not even any point in carrying on, because that's probably not going to happen. We need the market to just create more liquidity points. So I skipped the day and went to the next day. Now this trade was good, really good. Again, drawing liquidity was lower on a higher time frame, but I started seeing us disrespect stuff on these lower time frames. And then I saw that pattern. Now, granted, we was in between two PD rays there. That 15-minute held, but also that 15-minute was holding. But that pattern just gave me everything I needed to be honest. And then obviously saw that as the draw. But another part of this strategy is going for them low hanging fruits. Like that was the reason I was doing well when I first did this strategy, because I was targeting just absolute bare minimum targets, just like this internal high, and 90% of the time that internal high is going to get hit, even though you think that this full high is going to get hit. Like that internal high is 100%, like 90% going to get hit. And look, you can see me there stretch it out, and I did say in the video I would have took partials there, but yeah, it didn't actually go if you look. So again, that's another important part of this thing. And yeah, it's just a combination of those things. Like for example, this trade here, there's one right here. Look, IFVG come to 50%. But then obviously look, the easy money got taken, so I couldn't take that trade. And then again, also like other factors came in, like okay, this trade, look, this was a loss that I took. Now this was an interesting one, because on this left hand side, look, we've come up, we've respected that gap, and we pushed away. But to me, we still haven't took enough liquidity for us to be pushing all the way down. And even in this little leg here, that's not enough liquidity taken. So again, that's another part of the plan. Clear draw liquidity, significant liquidity taken, and I put in brackets, if it's questionable, it's a no. So if you have to, if you and ahhing about whether it's enough, it's not enough. You shouldn't have to and ah about it. which is interesting because realistically, this I would have ummed and ahed about, but I know that sometimes they're gonna win, sometimes they're gonna lose. But uh, a trade like that, for example, I know that's gonna win because of all this just chop 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 and then bang bang. I just know that's gonna win. Uh, and then like for example, a trade like this. So here again, this is a really good point. At this point, like I said, t- drawing liquidity is lower, but I'm looking here and I'm like, okay, so we go past this line. I don't know what this line represents, but we go into that line, right? And then look, we leave equal highs up there. So I was like, okay, cool. And then come back down. I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll take this trade here, but no, look, we made equal lows. So I'm like, okay, whichever somewhere's gonna get taken first, I'll take that. And it's perfect because in this situation, you've literally got these are targets. This is what Dodgy talks about, like internal highs, internal lows that are equal. Like they're like engineered liquidity. Like this is liquidity that's literally been set up just to be taken. So when you see that, it's like okay, all systems go. And then look, because of that, I was able to take both sides of this trade. Look, when we took that, I realised we'd been accumulating there. We took that in order to go higher, and then instant rejection back down. Didn't take this first gap, waited for that one, and then look, I enter here. Difficult stop loss because of that gap, but it held, and then yeah, get the money. We make the money, baby. Um, but yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about how all the things line up together, and it's not just one thing that I should be taking. It's not just like, oh, you need to find the next joint liquidity. Yeah, you do need to do that. Then you need to wait for significant liquidity taken. Then you need to make sure that it's respecting a fair value gap, and then you need to see the IFG with momentum, and that's but that's the thing. If you get all four of these things, that's all you need to focus on. It has to have all those things. If there's not a clear target, don't take it. If significant liquidity hasn't been taken, don't take it. If it's not being delivered from a fair value gap, don't take it. But it's not about being like, oh, okay, three of them I've checked off, but one's missing. Nah, it's all four or nothing. Let me write this actually. All four or nothing. And that's it. I'm going to title this video All Four or Nothing. All or Nothing. All rules or nothing, I don't know, something like that. So